Brazilian football legend Pelé has died. The announcement was made this Thursday by his daughter Kelly Nascimento and confirmed by his agent Joe Fraga. Pelé was 82 years old and since 2021 that he had been receiving treatment for colon cancer. Widely regarded as one of football's greatest players, Pelé spent nearly 2 decades entertaining supporters and dazzling opponents as the game's most prolific scorer with Brazilian club Santos and the Brazil national team. The Brazilian king of football won a record 3 World Cups and scored anything between 650 and 1,281 goals during his career. Pelé was also Brazil's first modern black national hero, having risen from poverty in the streets of Minas Gerais state. Federal police in Ethiopia began to deploy on Thursday to Mekele, the capital of war-torn Tigray province, marking a new stage in a nearly 2-month-old peace deal. War between the federal government and Tigray rebels began in November 2020. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed sent troops into the northern region after accusing its ruling party, the Tigray People's Liberation Front, TPLF, of attacking army bases. According to the US, as many as 500,000 people have died as a result of this conflict. An agreement reached on November the 2nd in the South African capital Pretoria provides for the disarmament of rebel forces, the re-establishment of federal authority in Tigray, and the reopening of access to the region. Last week, the two sides agreed to create a joint monitoring and compliance mechanism.
The famous English football club Liverpool completed the signing of Dutch forward Cody Gakpo from PSV Eindhoven on Wednesday. Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp admits the signing of Gakpo will impact January's agenda as he shares his appreciation for the done deal.
He's a really good player, so the package is really interesting. The edge is in the potentially shows the quality he showed already in Holland and with the national team as well. So it makes him a really interesting player, and that's why we were very interested to get him in, and I'm really happy that we could do it. So big for us. Really big for him as well, so it's cool. He's obviously delighted about joining us, and yeah, everything will be good. So great day, let me say it like this.
The 23-year-old who scored 3 goals at the World Cup will officially join the Premier League club when the transfer window opens on Sunday. The €40 million transfer deal has been described as a record for the club. During his time with the Dutch club, Gakpo scored 55 goals and provided 50 assists in 159 appearances.
Pelé, whose real name is Edson Arantes do Nascimento, remains the ultimate reference when it comes to football. The Brazilian is the only player to have won the World Cup 3 times, in 1958, 1962 and 1970. The first time, he was only 17 years old, with a candid smile, dribbling skills, and unparalleled efficiency in front of the goal that immediately made him a legend. Thereafter, only the Argentinians Diego Maradona and Lionel Messi really challenged him for the title of best player in history. Whether he was a striker or a playmaker, Pelé scored more than 1,000 goals during his prodigious career, not only for the Seleção, but also for Santos, his lifelong club. He won the Brazilian Championship 6 times and the Copa Libertadores and Intercontinental Cup twice. At the end of the 1970s, before hanging up his boots, he did not fly to Europe, but instead took a lucrative stint in the United States with the New York Cosmos. After his career, and while still immensely popular, he lent his name to major brands, embarked on a short-lived acting career, became an ambassador to the United Nations and Minister for Sport before his health deteriorated. Pelé was also named Athlete of the 20th Century by the International Olympic Committee and Player of the 20th Century by FIFA. Authorities in Zimbabwe have announced the ban on the export of raw lithium from the country. The government justified the decision, saying it seeks at least first-stage processing of the raw material within the country. Zimbabwe is the sixth largest producer of lithium in the world, but according to figures in 2021, only produced 1% of global output. The government had expected a figure closer to 10% by now. The ban was welcomed by local mining companies. The new rules apply to all lithium production in Zimbabwe. The only exception are for China-based mining companies that process raw hard rock lithium ore into at least lithium concentrate. Previously, Zimbabwean President Emerson Mnangagwa said that the high price of lithium had prompted many amateur miners to target abandoned mines.